In your headlines, nursing staff members are declining at our TCI hospitals. And the 2022 lobster season is just 2 weeks away. From the PTV Broadcasting Headquarters in Providenciales, your #1 source for news, I'm Erica Penales delivering the latest from across the country this Tuesday, July 12th, 2022, right to your door. Newswatch starts now. Nursing staff members are declining at our TCI hospitals in the last few years since COVID, and hospital officials tell us why. Also, what they say may be a solution.
CEO of InterHealth Canada, Dr. Denise Brathwaite-Tennant, shared that the turnover rate for nursing staff at the hospitals has increased since the pandemic, and so has the need for travel nursing around the globe. She says the profession is in higher demand than it has ever been.
Like other hospitals, we have had a significant impact when it comes to our staffing levels, especially in our nursing capacity. As soon as we recruit a new nurse, we have a nurse that is leaving us.
Tennant says while it is not so good news for the hospitals, and not only in the TCI but regionally, the benefits that become available as a result of becoming a travel nurse aren't that easy to pass up.
Mainly, they are leaving to be travel nurses in the United States, which is commanding access to green card. It's also commanding access to high remuneration because of their shortages also. So we're talking about travel nurse can easily earn between $4,000, $5,000 a week, right? So we are competing with those numbers. And it's not just the Turks and Caicos, the region is.
For now, Brathwaite-Tennant says they are working to bring on board specialty nurses, emergency room doctors, a pathologist, and medical interns.
We have 7 nursing students right now. They have completed their outpatient rotation, and they're now getting their inpatient rotation within the unit. That is future capacity building that we will have, because other countries are also doing that. They are growing their capacity to be able to withstand the shocks, because at the end of the day, there is always going to be movement of the healthcare sector for economic reasons, family reasons. There's going to be movement. So we must be able to build our capacity to withstand the shocks.
Officials also apologize for the long wait times experienced and say they are working to increase capacity in those areas.
His Honor, Speaker of the House, along with existing and former members of the House of Assembly, paid respects to the late Honorable Daniel N. Williams, former member of the Legislative Council, today. As his body laid in state at the Adelaide Ulmer Primary School, he will be laid to rest in an official funeral service tomorrow, July 13th. PTV wishes to express sincere condolences to the Williams family and to the nation on Honorable Williams's passing. It's time for a quick break. More News Watch when we return.
This is a reminder that all PTV service accounts are due on the first day of each month. Accounts should be brought up to date by the 28th of the month to avoid disruption in service. Payments may be made on our office at Stubbs Diamond Plaza, Providenciales, Mides Plaza, North Caicos, and Airport Road in South Caicos. Payments may also be made online using Scotiabank, CIBC First Caribbean Bank, and Royal Bank of Canada. Please allow 3 business days for online payments to be processed. We thank you for your cooperation.
Welcome back to Newswatch. Good news for all our lobster lovers. We are just 2 weeks away out from the opening of the 2022 lobster season, and here's a look at what you should know.
All fishermen, restaurants, and chefs, I am sure, are pleased to be welcoming the opening of the 2022 lobster season in another 2 weeks, August 1st, for another 7 months. The last 4 months was the species' peak breeding season, giving the crustaceans a chance to fully mature and reproduce in order to revive their population. Restaurant operators, like residents, are anticipating the removal of that in-season and seeing the return of the delicacy to their menus, as the dish is a favorite among visitors who look forward to savoring the delicacy during their stay. Similarly, there should be no capture of hawksbill turtles for the close season, which begins August 1st to March 31st every year. Restrictions are also instated on the export of queen conch from July 15th to October 15th. However, this does not apply to the export of shells or pearls or shells worked into jewelry or shell craft item. The 2022 lobster season will remain open until March 31st, 2023.
In this next story, updates on the current state of the Wheeling dump have come out. Take a look.
A short while after 2 p.m. on July 11, 2022, a large fire broke out at the Providenciales solid waste facility. All operations at the dump were ceased as a result. The TCI Regiment, the Environmental Health Department, domestic and aerial fire rescue services, and water truck companies are some of the members of the team who were desperately trying to contain the fire. The Honorable Jamel Robinson, Minister of Health and Human Services, Honorable Otis Morris, the Minister for Home Affairs, and the MP for the area, Honorable Kyle Knowles, were also lending their assistance. The flames continued to rage well past the midnight hour, leading to colossal pillars of thick smoke rising into the air. Luckily for the residents of the area, the east-southeast winds were carrying the hazardous fumes away from the community. The Honorable Jamel Robinson stated that a full investigation into the incident would occur. As a warning, the minister said, and I quote, "In the islands, the harshest sentences are reserved for persons who unlawfully and maliciously set fire to property. Under the Malicious Injury to Property Ordinance, such persons are liable to penalties ranging from 3 years imprisonment to life imprisonment." End quote. During the on-ground assessment, it was discovered that the fire was coming from multiple spots within the dump and was spreading to the pile of tires, leading to nauseating black smoke. As a precaution, it was suggested by the minister that individuals with respiratory ailments or other pre-existing conditions should shelter in place for the time being. The TCI Regiment manned the aerial drones, which produced harrowing above-ground images of the affected area. So far, no injuries have been reported as a result of the fire, and no hazards were discovered that could pose an issue to the health of the residents. The Honorable Jamel Robinson stated that he would be acquiring more resources to improve the security measures at the waste facility. He also extended thanks to the hardworking individuals who were on the front lines of the scene. Containment and extinguishing measures are still ongoing and will continue throughout the day. The Honorable Kyle Knowles released a statement in which he reassured citizens that all relevant authorities were working tirelessly to extinguish the flames and thinking of ways to ensure that another fire like this doesn't happen again to ensure resident safety. For PCV News Watch, I'm Khalees Williams.
Don't touch that remote. We'll be right back. Coming up next is your sports authority and weather forecast.
This is a reminder that all PTV service accounts are due on the first day of each month. Accounts should be brought up to date by the 28th of the month to avoid disruption in service. Payments may be made on our office at Stubbs Diamond Plaza, Providenciales, Mides Plaza, North Caicos, and Airport Road in South Caicos. Payments may also be made online using Scotiabank, CIBC First Caribbean Bank, and Royal Bank of Canada. Please allow 3 business days for online payments to be processed. We thank you for your cooperation.
Here at People's Television, we're more than just your leading news and entertainment services. We are
spreading the gospel.
We are breaking barriers.
We are preserving the culture. Each one, teach one.
We are committed to excellence.
We're creating change.
We are creating memories.
We are the future.
I am PTV.
I am PTV. I am PTV.
I am PTV.
We are PTV.
We are continuing the legacy. We are PTV.
Welcome back to News Watch. Here's the latest in your sports authority and weather forecast.
On July 7th, Newswatch caught up on the action with the president of the Turks and Caicos Islands Basketball Federation, Sidwell Glasgow. He filled us in on the location of the camp and its organizer, Honorable Kyle Knowles.
So we are here in Phase 1, the basketball court, the newly refurbished basketball court in Belglade Gardens for our annual basketball camp with the Honorable Kyle Knowles, who actually organized this camp for his constituent.
He then went on to explain the reason for the change in the camp's location this year, stating their goals for unity amongst communities.
This year we are not at Gustavus Lightbourne. We decided to come out into the community and work with the various communities so that we can foster togetherness and unity among the communities, and we take basketball now to the communities.
Seeing as this was the first annual summer camp, Mr. Glasgow shared with Newswatch his thoughts and the excitement he felt about playing a key role in such a historical moment, along with Honorable Kyle Knowles.
Well, for the community, basketball has been going on for a while in terms of camps, but for I know for Honorable Knowles, this is his first camp, and we are proud to be a part of the camp. We are, really excited to be a part of the community initiative organized by Honorable Knowles.
When asked about what the children were being taught at the camp, Mr. Glasgow broke down the separate tactics being taught based on the different age groups. The older children were taught more in-depth details and techniques within basketball, while the younger group were expected to get a general feel of the game.
So it's more in a fun play atmosphere where the older kids, they are really going to be taught the fundamentals of the game, basic rules, regulations. I know on Saturday we end with a little mini tournament at Karimi Walking Park on the front road, and they play organized basketball. For the younger kids, it's more of them getting a feel of the use of the basketball, basic fundamentals, dribbling, actually scoring, shooting the ball. These are some of the stuff that we try to incorporate, and especially helping them to understand the rules of the game, because once they understand the rules of the game, it's going to be easier for them, to learn the game.
Mr. Glasgow proceeded to share his personal feelings surrounding basketball in the TCI, to which he responded with great enthusiasm, claiming that the Basketball Federation is on a roll and citing both past and upcoming events carried out by the Federation. He also expressed his good feelings towards the further development of basketball here in the Turks and Caicos. For PTV Newswatch, I'm Khalees Williams. For the nation's capital, Grand Turk, on Wednesday, sunshine and mixed clouds, high 84, low 80, winds east at 15 to 25 miles per hour. For South Caicos, sunshine and mixed clouds, high 84, low 80, winds east at 15 to 25 miles per hour. For North and Middle Caicos, isolated showers, high 85, low 80, winds east at 15 to 25 miles per hour. For Parrot and Pine Key, sunshine and mixed clouds, high 85, low 80, winds east at 15 to 25 miles per hour. And on Providenciales, sunshine and mixed clouds, high 85, low 80, winds east at 15 to 25 miles per hour. Here's your sunrise and sunset. Sunrise at 6:15 a.m., sunset at 7:36 p.m. Here's your high tide and low tide. High tide 7:48 a.m., 8:18 p.m. Low tide 1:50 a.m., 1:49 p.m. And for your hurricane outlook, for the North Atlantic, Caribbean Sea, and the Gulf of Mexico, disorganized showers and thunderstorms over the northern Gulf of Mexico are associated with a trough of low pressure. This system is expected to meander near the northern Gulf Coast through the end of the week, and gradual development is possible if it remains offshore. And that's it for your weather forecast and hurricane outlook.
And that brings us to the end of this edition of The Real News. I hate to leave you so soon, but of course, you can join us right back here every weekday at 6:30 p.m. and tap into our social media platforms at www.ptv8tci.com. I'm Erica Penales, keeping you informed, updated, and affiliated. Until next time.